Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. My bad. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit the like when y'all coming in. Hit the like. I need as many likes as people that's in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Yes. I know I'm late, so I don't expect same turnout. As many people when y'all come in, hit the like on your way in, man. That's all I ask, please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Thank you, thank you. What's going on? 7 people in, there need to be 7 thumbs up, man. What's up? Okay, yes, Sharice. Yes, what's up to all my peoples? Sherry B, what up? Finesse, what's going on? Whoever I assigned my moderators, y'all still have moderator power, I believe. So if anybody get crazy, you know what to do. I think Finesse is a moderator from last time. What's going on? It's been a long time since we've been on YouTube. I'm gonna just start doing all my lives on YouTube. It's only one moderator in right now. Okay, right now Finesse is the only one in. Thank you, Jay Boogie. Yeah, I know, Karma. Yo, I apologize, man. Like, I'm putting my daughter down to sleep. I'm like, yo, so let me put her down to sleep, and then you put my daughter down to sleep, and I'm freaking end up falling asleep. I'm like, damn. Woke up like, oh my god. So what's going on, heavy hitters? Yeah, I'm gonna like I always said that I'm always do it on YouTube, and then I stopped for a while. But you know what? I'm just gonna continue it on YouTube, man. For real. Finesse, like the trolls can run rampant on YouTube. So if one comes, they may start with the names. Soon as you see something crazy, just delete them off of here. You might be busy because they may just keep making name after name after name. So one thing that I haven't been able to figure out yet on YouTube, there may not be any way to stop it, but we will find out. We got a few topics tonight, man. We got a few topics tonight. Um, I wanted to touch on a few things, man. I got a little Boys to Men stuff I want to talk about. You know, for all of the older generation, some Boys to Men tea. There was a couple other things I mentioned earlier. Now I gotta try to remember. Okay, okay, B Daniels, that's great. If you have a question, we definitely gonna take them. As long as you got questions, I'm gonna try my best to answer them. Any industry question, I'm gonna answer. A lot of people like the YouTube better. Y'all like the YouTube better or the Instagram? Shout out to everybody that's still up. I do apologize. This will never happen again. Yeah, we definitely gonna go over Lori in future. Family Matters, Sugar, Arlene Marshall. Family Matters actually, I think I did that on the blog. You got to check the blog. I think there's something about Family Matters on the blog. If not, I can definitely get it to y'all. Most everybody likes YouTube better. YouTube, with that, like there's never no really cutting off, like Instagram be buffering and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I like the YouTube better too. Karma, I appreciate you, Karma. So we got Boys to Men, we got Lori and Future. What else did I say? If y'all remember what I said in that last live, I said there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Um, I remember as the chat goes on. Um, the the whole 50 and the whole 50 and the Tory dynamic. I can touch on that for as much as I can. You know, this dynamic with 50 and the Tory, outside of, you know, the whole power thing. He cool with Future. And man, I tell you, 50, I mean, Diddy's something else. But that's how it is in Hollywood, man. Diddy's got that Hollywood mentality. They all hitting each other's girls anyway. Drake and I mean, I can touch on the Drake and Nicki thing and give my opinion on it, on that post that he did as a kind of a throwback, that passive aggressive post, kind of like if she sees it type of thing, and maybe if she sees it, maybe she'll hit me up, and then it'll make it seem like she's trying to hit me up, as opposed to that's the reason why I'm throwing that out there, which is the reason why. Drake throwing that out there, hopefully Nicki will see it, and one of the people will see it and be like, "Hey, Drake posted on your story. Oh, he did. Oh, say so. Maybe I'll hit him up. Maybe talk. Maybe, you know, he's ready to talk or whatever." But that's what that's all about. When I spoke on Lauren London, you have to go on to the blog and just type. If you go on the blog and type in Lauren London, you'll find it. Just testing the water. That's all that's about. What's up every day? Fifi, what's up? So this is the thing. I'll start off with the Nicki and Drake situation, and I'll do this real quickly. What that post was, by him saying, you know, by him saying, throwing that out there as a reminiscence, it's not a coincidence that it came shortly after he mentioned her in his interview. And trust me, there's no way that Drake, after feeling the way he feels about Nicki, um, Nicki's personality is much more strong. Nicki can forget things and block things out way quicker than Drake. And Drake ain't Wayne. And he'll never be Wayne. Like as far as Nicki goes, Nicki can go. If they told her, you know what, the rest of your life you'll never speak to Drake again, Nicki would be able to do that. She wouldn't be able to do that come to Wayne. Like if they say, oh, you're never gonna talk to Wayne again, like they ain't the same person. Like it would generally bother Nicki if it was like Wayne, And I'm not saying Drake, it doesn't bother her with Drake, but you know, Drake ain't Wayne. I mean, it's just like uh, Drake's friendship with Trey or somebody. It's not gonna be the same thing with Jay Prince, because Jay Prince pretty much put him on. You know what I mean? So even though he's close to French or close to this one or that one, or Meek, what have you, they'll never be Jay Prince. I say, and Wayne with him as well. But I think that what that was that if you can notice in content, if you take that within content, that was just, I'm gonna throw this out there. I know somebody's gonna tell her. I know somebody's gonna see it. That's why he put it on the story. You know, he knows someone's gonna see it. That's passive aggressive. And if he totally just didn't f with Nicki at all, he would never even put her on his Instagram story to even spark that conversation back up. He was hoping somebody went and repeated that back to her, and then hopefully she hit him up or this, that, and the other. You still in class? Okay, definitely check in. Definitely check in with me. So that's what that was about. If you want to donate, hit the super chat, which is a dollar sign down below. If you want to donate to the page and support the page, I appreciate it. If not, just hit the like and I'll be fine. Personal question, Veronica? Okay, I'm definitely going to check it out, Veronica. I apologize. I'm definitely going to see it. I'm going to check it out. Um, you have that. Then, so, nah, I don't think Nicki called him at all. I don't think Nicki called him at all. I think Nicki just ignored that. Nicki probably said, I'm not even gonna check it. Okay, so what? Like, she's probably on the lines of, if he really want to contact me, he know my number. You're gonna put this passive aggressive BS up on social media. I'm not with it. I'm not even on social media like that. That's how Nicki gonna do. Like she didn't see it. I'm not even on social media like that. You know. So Nicki just being more low key with her social media. She probably got a burner account because Nicki stays up of what's being said on social media. Trust me. But no, there's no way she responded back to Drake. If they ever speak again, it'll be Drake calling her and trying to hash things out. You know what I mean? So that's how it's gonna be. She's gonna say, when we were at odds the last time, I called you to hash everything out. I called you on your birthday with the whole Meek situation, and when we weren't getting along. Yeah, it took for her and Meek to get into a fight for her to call Drake. But it's a start. She did call him on his birthday a few years ago when her and Meek were still together, but on the oust, getting ready to break up. But she probably say, last time I called him, so if he want to speak to me, he gonna call me this time. You see what I'm saying? Exactly, Fifi. Exactly. So that's all I have with that. As far as my OVO connection goes, like they didn't tell me anything like, yeah, him and Nicki got together behind the scenes. This and that. They're not gonna do that behind the scenes. If that happens, they're gonna make sure that's in public so everybody can see. That's that. On the Boyz II Men. Like I said, I'm cool with Michael, who's now the former member of Boyz II Men. That's the one, baby. I'm sorry. All those times I told you that I didn't care if you went out. Baby, I mind. I just didn't care. That's Michael McCrary, the deep voice, the Michael Bivins of the group, what have you. Um, he's no longer in Boyz II Men. A few years ago, they parted ways. Rise and shine. They parted ways. So I like Sean too. I like Sean too. Um, they parted ways, and Boyz II Men did some interviews, even with Oprah Winfrey and with a couple other people, where they was shitting on Michael. and especially led by Wanye, because Wanye is the voice of that group. Wanye is the voice. Wanye was the one who came up to Michael Bivins, who had the ball, because the other two guys, the shy guys, like them other two guys, or other three guys, are really all shy. Nate, Sean, Wanye was always the one with the mouth. He was always the ballsy one. He's the one. He's the reason why they ever got a record deal. If Wanye didn't have enough balls to approach Michael Bivins, they probably would have never got discovered, right? And they shitted on Michael, saying that he had back issues, but it could have been fixed. First and foremost, you know you're not a doctor, and I love Boyz Men, but I have to take a side. If I got to take a side on this one, I'm taking the side of Michael. First of all, Wanye has in the past went after chicks that um, wanted Michael, and that's documented. He's went after chicks who wanted Michael. Um, there's been celebrity chicks because like Boyz II Men, as funny as it seems, Boyz II Men and New Edition, and then Boyz II Men was always known as the ugly dudes. They were like the escape of of the boys groups. Like women didn't really find them attractive like that. And most of them that I used to run into, they used to say Michael was the only attractive one. So they used to like Michael. And then of course, you got Wanye, like Wanye is the lead singer, so the lead singer always get all the props or whatever, right? But not a lot of chicks, you know, was attracted to Boyz II Men, right? And why is he okay? So they said that he had back issues. It could have been fixed, but he chose just to stop coming to work. And instead of fixing the back issues, he chose not to stop coming to work. And we worked all this time for what? And so they moved on. They pretty much kicked him out of the group. Well, those back issues, Wanye, turned out to be MS. This man has multiple sclerosis. He got diagnosed with it. So it just wasn't just some simple little backaches that he could get rid of. He's got multiple sclerosis. And they went and shitted on this dude all over national television, all over the internet, talking about, oh, he could have fixed it and he was lazy and this, that, and the other. And I'm sorry. Boyz II Men should have to apologize to this man on social media, go back on Oprah and say we made a big mistake, we made a fool of ourselves, and they should, but they have not done it. They know that this man has multiple sclerosis. They know he has MS. But Wanye is so fucking hell bent. He has always been that dude who he just happened to be. He's like a ugly looking dude, no body. None of them got no good physiques. You know what I mean? It's just that he's a lead singer. He just happened to sing. But none of the women, they never had swag. Like women's never considered them as like got swag or nothing. But Wanye ended up catching bodies because he was the lead singer. You know what I mean? So, but that went to his head. Wanye was running through chicks at one point. Brandy, he did Brandy dirty. He had sex with Brandy. She was underage, first of all. First of all, he had that's another dude who had sex with Brandy when she was underage. He messed with Left Eye, girls that he should never have access to. But that's the thing about Left Eye. Left Eye gave too many dudes access to her vagina that really shouldn't have had access. At that point in time, like Wanye, that don't even mix. Like that don't even mix to me. Like you and Wanye, like where'd that come from? But Wanye, Adina Howard, he was messing with Wanye at one point, and It was just chicks that, and that stuff went to his head, and then he, you know, was the one doing most of the talking. He's the one that convinced them to pretty much, we got to get him out the group because it wasn't like New Edition. Everybody took a vote. It was mostly Wanye saying, nah, he got to go. Look at what he's holding us up. He's doing this. He's doing that. He don't even come to practice. He don't even come to work. He's missing mad shows. And the other two, they're scared of Wanye anyway. And Nate, I believe I believe Nate is Wanye's brother, and then Sean is passive. Like he really never said anything. The only one that ever spoke up to Wanye was Michael, and that's the reason why Wanye never really liked Michael, because he was like the only other one that the that would have given him any battle when it comes to women. What's up, Chunky? What's up? Yeah, Wanye just wanted to split it three ways. Oh, we doing all the work anyway, just that and the other. When that group would never been the same. Exactly, exactly. Even though he didn't do a lot of lead singing or what have you, that dude had a true bass voice, and that's rare nowadays. Not a lot of people have that. A true bass voice of someone who can actually sing and sing bass. He brought a lot to that group. He brought a lot to that group. So Wanye should have to apologize to this man and his family. It just wasn't just back pains. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. Wanye, do the right thing, man. Like, apologize to this man's family. And now he's out there. He got multiple sclerosis. He ain't getting no checks from Boyz II Men. Like, regardless, I'm sure he gets. At least I'm gonna hope that whenever he's getting royalty checks or what have you, he better still be getting those. But that's my thing about that, man. Wanye used to always try to cop block on chicks that like Michael. There was some celebrity females. Adina Howard, originally she wanted to mess with Michael. Adina Howard wanted to mess with Michael. She liked the deep voice dude. Like, Wanye wasn't even her lane. You know what I mean? Babyface is getting checked, but Michael Bivins gave up his he gave Boyz II Men their publishing back. So what was done to Michael Bivins all those years, he didn't do to Boyz II Men. The Boyz II Men, Wanye once again came in, called himself threatening Michael Bivins after Bivins pretty much put him on and changed his life. You know what I mean? So everybody that comes in, when you come in, hit the like button. 42 people in here. I need 42 thumbs up. Thank you, Finesse. And don't be giving me no thumbs down, just trying to be funny either. um, what else? What else? What else? Oh, so now there might be something coming down the pipeline. With this Me Too movement going on or what have you, we're gonna talk about Oprah too. With the Me Too movement coming on, and a lot of times there's a rapper out there who always told the line with younger females, has been seen on camera with younger females, and from the words I'm hearing, there might be something coming out about him. and that is the rapper allegedly The Game. Don't be surprised if within the next week or so there is a charge or a case at The Game, because The Game had been asking for this for a long time. He been asking for it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that there might be something opened up about The Game within a week or two. They just trying to get, from what I'm hearing, the woman is contemplating whether she wants to go through it or not, whether it's worth it, because the word's getting around in a civil suit, like The Game, about 3 or 4 years ago, had $13 million in his bank account. But when you tack in IRS, you tack in all this other stuff that he's getting involved in, and he's not really making records like that anymore. You start dipping into that 13 million. So the word out is his financial situation is getting worse and worse by the day. So we're gonna see exactly whether these women, thank y'all for the likes, whether these women are actually interested in taking these dudes down because of what they did to them, or do they just want to take the dude down and try to get some money from him? And I have an issue with that. I always say I think it should be either or. I think it should be either or. Either you can go for the money in a civil suit, or if you truly, truly want to lock him up, then go that route. If you just want to do what's right and you want to get justice for yourself, then you should try to put him away. Especially if he's down, if you think he's a pedophile or a rapist, a statutory rapist, you should want him away and off the street, right? I don't think they should be allowed to get both. They just allowed to ruin reputation, this, that, and other, and then be able to take their money. Like what's happened with R. Kelly, I don't think that should be allowed. If you want him off the street, what's up? What's up, Andy? What's up, Max? If you want him off the street or what have you, then that's what you should be able to do. You should not be able to get both. Exactly. The Me Too movement doing too much. It's the Me Too Much movement. Instead of the Me Too, it should be doing the Me Doing Too Much movement. All right? So watch out for that with The Game. I don't have a name of who's doing it, but appreciate that super chat, Jimmy Ace. Appreciate that. And the parents absolutely that gave their kids that go ahead to be with R. Kelly, they should not get nothing. Um, Oprah Winfrey. Let me tell you the real story about what happened with Oprah Winfrey. All right, we get all the fake stuff over the media because everyone loves Oprah Winfrey, while all the elites, all the mainstream people, they love Oprah Winfrey. Now, let me tell you why Oprah Winfrey stepped down. She tried to say that all the creative differences made her step down because she doesn't feel as though this company has the wherewithal or the technology or whatever, the look and the sound to capture what she needs captured in this movie. So therefore she's stepping down. Oprah, you are full of cow shit. You are stepping down. The same reason why you stepped down of the Michael Jackson project. Social media and media backlash. That's why social media and media backlash and people calling her out and bringing up the main reason, bringing up Weinstein, bringing up Epstein. Then you see other things starting to come out that's attaching Oprah to it, and Oprah don't want that smoke. Now she's seeing the possibility of other things that people don't even know about coming out. For instance, allegedly the child trafficking ring that she's linked to in Africa that traffics young women. By people saying, why doesn't Oprah not go after black men? I mean, not go after white men. Why is she always going after black men? And the people are starting to bring this stuff up, and Oprah has got a lot of stuff out there. You think Hillary Clinton's attached to a lot of stuff? So is Oprah Winfrey. They're attached to a lot of stuff together. Oprah's not going broke. Oprah ain't nowhere near going broke. She's a billionaire. She ain't going broke. But she's pulling out because, and it's not even because of what people are saying. It's because people are saying this, other people are starting to dig into her past and dig into other people, and that they see her attached with and saying, well, you didn't say nothing about Weinstein. You didn't say nothing about Epstein. And then you start Googling Epstein, and then you're like, what? I didn't know he was into all this. You looking down, oh shit, there go Oprah. What was Oprah doing with this dude? Now you start looking into Oprah. And she don't want that. Because there's a lot of stuff still that people are just speculating about or what have you that Oprah do not want released. And now black people are starting to wake up. And that's another thing that Oprah could always, hey, I'm black. I've given cars to black people. Hey, I'm starting my own black network. Hey, she has went and proclaimed black for so long, proclaimed like she was doing something for people when she's never done anything for the African American community. It's always been done for the Oprah Winfrey community. She don't want not that all that. She don't want that thing confirmed about Gail. Weinstein and them know about Gail. Weinstein and them has been involved with rituals with her and Gail. I'm sure Weinstein and them probably had initiations with Gail involved. They know for a fact about her and Gail. She's never gonna oust Weinstein. I'm sure she's done threesomes with Weinstein. You know, Oprah raunchy. Like people think that Oprah just so nah. So all that stuff won't come out. Now, like I said, she did it with the Michael Jackson thing. Well, Michael Jackson being black. She did it with this thing. With Russell Simmons being black. He was supposed to be a friend. I'm telling you. And I don't know whether G put this on the blog or not. You watch just coincidentally the next sexual assault case or something like that, Oprah's gonna go. It's gonna be white. Oprah's gonna go and jump on it and do a documentary about them. You watch, because if it's a white person who's irrelevant and who no one cares about anymore, Oprah will go against them like a Corey. Like she would go against Corey Feldman. He's white, but she would go against him because he's pretty much telling on the elites. And then she'll say, see, I don't just go against it for black people. I go against all sexual predators. I'm trying to remember whether she personally, whether she went against Prince or not, but I'm sure she was like, yeah, you know, she didn't come out and say, listen, there's no way this man was on drugs. The only person I've seen doing that for Prince was white people. Even the people who know for a fact that Prince You know, they never seen Prince doing. If I've never seen you doing any drugs around me, then to me the answer is no. I'm not going to throw out there, not that I've seen. No, no. The answer is no. I never saw this man doing any drugs. You know Prince personally, B. Daniels? That's a hell of a no. To know Prince personally, gotta be great. She did. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. It wouldn't surprise me if she did. I'm not saying you lying, B. Daniel. I said I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if she shaded him. Wendy Williams shaded him. Also, how long did you to ask Morris Day? How long did you know about Did you know about the drug use? Morris Day, another. Like I said, man, these celebrities kill me. They always looking for some sort of way to catch some headlines. When she said that to Morris Day is the Prince's childhood friend. He should have said, "Whoa, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. I know Prince didn't do drugs. That's fake news." You know what I mean? That would have been the perfect time for him to say that. Perfect time. Well, I know about. No, Prince was killed. Yeah, all they want to do is cap. All they want to do is capitalize and stay in the headlines because he got a new book out. He got a new book out. You don't throw your friend under the bus like that. You know what I mean? You don't throw your friend under the bus like that. I don't give a damn. If there's a possible way of that always being out there as a narrative but never proven, what Morris Day pretty much did with that interview is pretty much confirm that Prince was on drugs. And when we say drugs, it sounds bad, but he was addicted to painkillers or opioids or whatever hell that's supposed to be used for. I'm gonna assume, isn't opioids like supposed to be used for pain? Or I mean, what? They're not hallucinogens. He's been Prince's friend since high school. You know what I'm saying? So for him to sit there and let Wendy trick him into saying, "I didn't know about the drugs." So are you confirming that he was on drugs, or you going by what the media says? You know for a fact. If you didn't know about drugs to the death, then how do you know that it was true? Did you ever see him go get drugs? Did you ever see him pop pills in front of you? Morris Day? Well, then how the hell can you say, no, I didn't know about the drugs until after that? Then you don't know about them, bro, because that's just speculation. I swear, these people will sell out their best friend, will sell out their mama to get a headline on YouTube or on Instagram. Okay. Small intimate club. Okay, that's what's up, J Boogie. That's my favorite artist forever. It'd be my favorite artist till the day I die. And I miss him. I miss him a lot. I saw Prince 21 times live. I went to 21 different shows over my lifetime. So that was definitely like a family member. Like when Prince passed away, like I cried like if my uncle passed away or when my cousin passed away. I cried for like 3 days. you know. And plus, he's attached to my mom because that was my mom's favorite artist. I mean, so that brings that also attached him to my childhood. Like Prince is like the soundtrack of my childhood. I mean, in my teenage years. So when he passed away, that brought back memories of my mom because, like I always tell people a lot in the live, Inez Clark was in love with some Prince, and she when she passed away, like I told people, she had two pictures in her wallet. My mother, God bless her dead. She had two pictures in her wallet when she passed away. My brother and his wife, and Prince. She didn't have her husband. She didn't have her dog. She had her grandkids. It was my brother and his wife and Prince. Only two pictures she had in her wallet. So if she, unfortunately, she passed away a year, about 6 months prior to Prince. But if she had been living and Prince died, I think my mother would have went like 3 months after. And that's no lie. I think if she was alive and she saw Prince die, I think my mother would have went like they were like soulmates. You know how people be like, yo, soulmates die within 3 years of each other. My mother would have been gone like within 6 months if she would have seen Prince die. You know what I mean? Okay. Word, you Under the Same Moon. If you watch Under the Same Moon, you look. If you watch Graffiti Bridge, oh, you love some Prince, because that movie was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. If you watch Graffiti Bridge, you love Prince, because that movie was worse than Grease 2. That's like all the Grease lovers that seen Grease 2. Oh man, Graffiti Bridge was a bad movie, but it was a bad movie. So you also got Mars Day. I don't know how I got sidetracked to him, but that was a bad interview, man. Like, don't let these people sucker you into leaving speculation about, because it's right there, it's out in the open. All his friends, why can't you just do what Apollonia did? Why can't you just do what Monte did? They're not saying, oh, well, as far as I know. No, no, don't say that. They're saying no. Apollonia ain't letting nobody shit on Prince. She ain't letting nobody shit on Prince. Apollonia, um, ain't letting nobody shit on Prince, man. She ain't having it. She ain't having it. That's why I fuck with Apples, man. She is not having it, and ain't even known Prince as long as these other people. She ain't having it. Her and Jill Jones, they're not with the shits. You ain't gonna say nothing wrong about Prince. You know what I mean? I mean, Sheila E ain't even riding out for Prince, and she was the only one he was ever engaged to, other than the ones he married. He was actually engaged with Sheila E, and she ain't even going out on the limb like I feel she should be doing. You know, Jill was the one I always said he should have married. He always should have married her, and then that was her. That was his ride or die. Jill was his ride or die. And Sheila, Sheila should be speaking up way more than what she is. You know what I mean? They know good and damn well that man didn't do no drugs. They knew you couldn't even have aspirin. You didn't really see him take an aspirin. He didn't even like alcohol at Paisley Park. Like, all those things. You gonna tell me that he was found? They found a whole bunch of opioid drugs, and he was so loose with it that he wrote opioids in big letters on the box. Come on, bro. Come on. I refuse to believe that. Just like I refuse to believe he didn't leave a will. Mars Day did say that, and Wendy Williams tried to glance right over it. Somebody burnt that. Oh yeah. How long about the drugs? Like, if you notice, Wendy Williams did not stop and say burnt it. So who do you think burnt it? You don't hear. Wendy didn't stop. Wendy tried to get over that. Thank you, Finesse. When y'all come in, man, hit the like button, please. If you want to donate to support the page, hit the super chat. Other than that, just hit the like, man. I'll take them both. So, Wendy didn't say, burnt the will. That's a big deal. Somebody just sat up and said, that's the first person who said in public about the will. And you see, he tried to sneak it in. And Wendy tried to brush over it. She didn't want to touch it. Go back and look at that interview. Yeah, she's done rituals. She's throwing it up. You can go out there and see her pictures of her throwing it up. She's doing her little rituals on camera. She did her humiliation ritual when she passed out on camera, whatever she was doing. You know? Thank you for the super chat, Sherry B. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all, man, supporting the page. But like I said, if you cannot, and Sherry says she loves Prince, I love Prince too. Remember, with the super chat, you can send a personal message. If you want to ask me a question through super chat, you can do that as well, and I'll make sure I answer it. So, Sherry, somebody wanted to ask you, was you Mary 40's friend? So, we got that pretty much covered. The game, watch out for something like that with the game. Now, the R. Kelly situation, I'm not even into it anymore. I don't care what happens to these two girls. Um, there's a reason why R. Kelly is, why there's not been a trial. But they just constantly trying to continue to pile up information. They're trying to make it so there's no way out of it for R. Kelly. That's what they're trying to make it so. And they want R. Kelly to commit suicide. That's what they want to happen. Because the old saying is, dead men tell no tales. So they want R. Kelly to commit suicide. Okay. Everyday Fifi, I appreciate the super chat. If you got any message, you can send me a message through super chat. Thanks, Fifi. We really appreciate it. I'm telling you, man. The R. Kelly situation. If R. Kelly got a lot on a lot of people, that's why you don't see people coming out. That's why you don't see people stepping up. That's why a lot of people was quiet. People whose name start with a J and end in the letter that comes after Y. He got situations with R. Kelly, allegedly, where he was right up in that mansion that R. Kelly lived at, allegedly. There's a reason why certain people are quiet when it comes to R. Kelly. You would think this would be some people's like, oh my God, I definitely got to speak up. This guy's a pervert. Nipsey's death. I'm still up in the air with Nipsey's death. I know people were saying about what Nipsey was trying to do and this, that, and the other. He wasn't there yet. Like, he wasn't as far along, as influential as Tupac or what have you. Yeah, he had ideas about what he wanted to do, and he wanted to shine light on Dr. CB and sort of, but that's not enough for people. Or people saying, "Oh, because he wanted to." How many? Do you know how many people wanted to shine light on Dr. CB? That was even more influential or more known than Nipsey. So I don't think him making a book about Dr. Sebi or reporting him was enough for them to say, "Oh man, he's going to talk about Dr. Sebi. We got to get him out of here." There's a lot of people that's been trying to tell about him. So I think it's a mixture, some street crap, and thank you, Sugar Bay's also a moderator. Thank you, Sugar. So Sugar and Finesse are the moderators right now. So that's the whole thing with Nipsey. Like I just don't think I believe it was some jealousy street s because I think he was still tied into the street. And that's the problem when you get these record deals for anybody out there right now. I don't know who's in my life, whether y'all sling, whether y'all are drug dealers on the side, whether you drug dealers not on the side, but just a drug dealer, whether you do whatever, and you're trying to break into the entertainment industry. I don't care whether you once you break into the entertainment industry and that becomes your job, you have to quit the street life. Who cares who calls you a sucker? Who cares who calls you a sellout? Who cares who calls you soft? Who calls you, oh, now he Hollywood. Now he think he too good for... Nah, nigga, I'm just trying to get up out these streets so I don't end up like Bobby Schmurder or like, Nipsey or like Chinks still in the street. Yeah, they're gonna push the agenda. They gotta throw the positive ones out there because they feel as though the positive people are gonna get lost in the sauce anyway. You know what I'm saying? They feel as though it's not enough positive messages anyway, so they'll let a couple of pass by. But because Nipsey's in the industry, that's what I'm saying. That they're saying that Nipsey's killer still don't have a motive to kill him. Oh, he called him a snitch. That's not enough. Now again, I'm just saying. To me, it's not a sacrifice. Now, did he have something going on with the LAPD where maybe they hired someone to kill him, or maybe something like that? I'll go on that more than I'll go on a demonic sacrifice or industry sacrifice because he just wasn't big enough. And I don't think he was that guy. I don't think he was going to be that guy. I don't. I just never thought that he like, oh man, if Kendrick wasn't around, Nipsey might be that guy. If Kendrick Lamar was killed, then I would say industry sacrifice. But then, especially if somebody like Nipsey or somebody from LA blew up, then I might say that sounds like an industry sacrifice to me. Okay. Yeah, and that's why Jay Boogie. That's why I say, you know, they do want to take out people who does well or does good or whatever. So I'll go with that more than I'll say, oh man, it was an industry sacrifice. I think it was more so maybe it was somebody on some, we don't want a positive figure in this community. You know what I mean? An assassination. That's why I call it an assassination. Right. See something like that. Yes. J Boogie. I agree with something like that. But as far as industry sacrifice and the other shit they talking about, like we talk about with Aaliyah and whatever, I don't believe that had anything to do with the industry at all. If anybody sacrificed him, I'm saying Lauren London sacrificed him. Let's just say if he was a sacrifice, I'm saying it's Lauren London. Be honest with you. But I don't believe it. But if you came and convinced me and say, hey, Nipsey was blood sacrifice, then the first name that and only name that's coming to my mind is Lauren London. Period. But we'll be able to tell. And the good thing about these blood sacrifices is they do it for immediate results. They do it for results like within a year or 2 year time. If Lauren London starts to blow up in 2020, 2 years after Nipsey passed, and she blows up and she's got a couple of hit movies, and next thing you know, she's getting nominated for awards and stuff like that. If that happens, you might have to look at that a little sideways, like, where did Lauren come from all of a sudden? Kendrick Lamar fell back when he got caught with that white chick. I think Kendrick is going through marriage issues. Or well, he's never married to the chick. She was just his fiance. But when Kendrick got caught by those police, he was trying to roll up the window to the fact where we couldn't see inside the car. And if that was his fiance in that car, he would have never did that. So Kendrick's trying to fall back. Yeah, he was with a white chick. He was with a white chick. Most definitely a white chick. Well, her business deals that she had with Sean John, like she got that from Diddy from sleeping with him. She was smashing Diddy. I mean, let's just call it what it is. She was smashing Diddy, allegedly. And that's how she got that Sean John campaign. She was doing these threesomes allegedly with Diddy and Cassie. That's how her and Cassie got close. And I know for someone telling me, and there was no way this was just too random at the time, like Nipsey was still alive, and Diddy wasn't even popping like that. There was a time when Nipsey and because Nipsey and Lauren broke up all the time. People didn't know about all of their breakups. They just knew about the ones that was made famous on social media. But they broke up a lot. Like every 6 months they was breaking up. She was hearing something. So the rumor was before that last big breakup, when they were going around saying they were single and this, that, and the other, she wanted to move into Diddy's Atlanta home. Because Diddy had a house in Atlanta. This before he moved down there. Diddy had a house in Atlanta. She wanted to move into that house to get away from Nipsey. Because she was pissed off at him. And somebody told me that has absolutely nothing to gain. Nothing to gain. So she was low-key smashing Diddy. But then I believe when Diddy started getting close to Nipsey, I think he kind of stopped. But Diddy didn't really get close to Nipsey like within the last year of Nipsey being alive. And Lauren still brings her kids. You see him on Instagram. Lauren still brings her kids to Diddy to chill at Diddy's house. No, she did love him, but they were split. He loved her too, but they were split. And nobody can tell you anything. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Because I heard from basically the horse's mouth, they were not together. They were not together at the time of his death. They weren't enemies, and they were still putting up that front for everybody. Still putting the front up for everybody that they was a happy couple, woo, woo, woo. But they weren't together. Right, Nipsey was still messing in and out with his baby mama. They're not going to put that. But you'll see it. and I'll say it again, allegedly, but some people get butthurt when they say that. When people die, all of a sudden everybody becomes their biggest fan, and you can't say the truth about them. You can't say anything about them, and they'll say, "Oh, unless you come with some receipts." What receipts would you like? The man's gone. Do you want Lauren to confess? That's why I don't understand some things that people say. Oh, if you're not coming with receipts, okay. What receipts would you like, ma'am? Nipsey's dead. Lauren definitely not going to admit now that she was sleeping with Diddy. So, what receipts would you like me to give to you? It just doesn't make sense. Well, I hear you, Max. But sometimes, Maxie, like these people are just ridiculous with their notions. I'm like, fuck a receipt. These other websites do they, when they tell you a tip or whatever, when Crazy Days and Nights or whatever it's called does a blind item, do you say, "Oh, let me see the receipts"? No, people only want receipts when it's somebody they like. When it's somebody they hate, oh, I believe it. I believe it. You don't gotta come with nothing. You don't have to come with nothing. If I said, "Yo, I seen Chloe sucking a horse's dick out in public in the daytime," people be like, "I believe it. I believe that. Ooh, that's child of tea." I won't have to have no picture. I won't have to have no video. I won't have to have nothing. They don't need no receipt when it's somebody they don't like. And you have to remember something. Most of the stuff that I talk about, that's why I like to keep it, it was a such thing as a circle back then. That's what they used to call it. Before social media, it was called the social circle. And if you wasn't within that social circle or you had anybody within that circle, you didn't know what was going on. Look at all the stuff with the Faith movie and with Andre Rison and Tupac. All this stuff that Andre's spilling. Y'all wouldn't know that if Andre didn't put it out there on that show, right? So if unless you were in Andre's circle. So let's just say Andre's aunt or Andre's cousin, right, who's not known, came out and was like, "Yeah, Tupac used to come over there and pick Lisa up from Andre's house." And you didn't know who this person was. She's a cousin, but she was in the circle. Are you really gonna say, "Oh, receipts, please"? How's she supposed to give you receipts? Both of them are dead, and there was no social media around then. So how's she supposed to give you receipts? Social media didn't always exist. You see what I'm saying? Social media didn't always exist. Back then, it was nothing but word of mouth. Come on, I hear you. People try to act like social media always existed. You know, y'all hit the like button when y'all come in or whatever. But I always made a notion, and this is when I was mentoring G. She went on to do her own thing. I always said to her, and she used it as she's going along. If there's something that I got that I didn't get that I got from a reliable source, someone that I know is definitely was there, or know someone who was there, if I don't get it from them and I didn't see it myself, I would never throw it out there in the universe because it's too easy to get back to with everybody having social media, with this 6 degrees of separation, with everybody adding on to some time or another, it's going to come across that person's feed. It's going to get back to them, and I'd be putting myself in a lot of trouble if I'm just out here just spitting random shit about Lauren London. You gonna tell me after all? I know people untag Lauren London by now because people like to see drama. They feel as though, oh, you see this? Is this true? Is she gonna admit to you that it's true? Is this true? They said you sacrificed Nipsey. Is this true, Lauren? Yeah, she's gonna say, yeah, he got me. I sacrificed Nipsey. What do you expect her to say? Oh, Lauren London said that wasn't true what you said. Yeah, she is gonna say that. Of course she's gonna say that. Of course she's gonna say that. They're not gonna admit it, but they're gonna admit all these celebrities get caught in lies all the time. They get caught in lies all the time. Look how long Chris and Rihanna was saying, oh, no, she's like my sister. We're more like brother and sister than anything. Celebrities lie all the time. They're like anybody else. She's never going to admit that she sacrificed Nipsey Hussle if she did. Because they can't tell those things. They're sworn to secrecy. They can't release that information. Somebody would kill her. She'd be taken out. Or one of her family members would be taken out. Or one of them babies would get abducted. Or they'll snatch one of them babies from them. You know? But it's going to eventually come out because Lauren is not going to be able to hide this relationship forever. What she's trying to do is let an amount of time pass where she can come back and say, I even talked to Nips. I even talked to Nip and made sure it was okay with him that I move on with my life. It took me a year and a half for this, that, and the other. Because you notice what she's going to say. He even gave me his approval and told me it's okay. Move on with my life. You know that's what she's going to say. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. What's up? What's up, Shanice? You know it's coming. That's exactly what she's going to. And that's PR bullshit. That's PR bullshit. Because, of course, people looking at like, oh, how could she have done that? You think she thought Nipsey was going to die? People break up. That's PR bullshit. Make sure you let them know that Nipsey came to you when you were sleeping. You spoke to him, and it felt so real. He was dressed in all white. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He was dressed in all white, right, and had a light over him. We know. And he gave you his approval and said, "Move on with your life." Yeah, we got it. PR bullshit. Nipsey ain't came to you and said shit. Yeah, he just smelled so good. He's Angel Lynn. He just said, "It's okay, baby." He called me what he called me. I know it was him because he called me the nickname that only he calls me. Mm-hmm. So I know now it's okay. Bitch, you been fucking this nigga. Yeah. Why you think Kodak Black made that comment? Why you think Kodak Black made that comment? You know what I mean? Like if everybody was so upset, he looked so perfect. His hair was done so, just like I remembered. He looked just like I remember him looking. I'd be sitting there. If she tell that story, I'd be sitting there giving her the New York lip. That's the old New York lip where, bitch, we don't believe you. You need more people. Rockefeller. That's why he didn't marry. That's why he didn't marry her. Jay Boogie, I like you too. That's why he didn't marry her. He knew she was a little thizzot. Lauren London been getting it in. She was messing with Lil Wayne the same time as the Don't Mess with My Man. He found out about her. Okay, yeah. TV, baby. They sent me this. Shout out to MTV. It's a classic one, too. No, T.I. wanted Lauren. They used to mess around. But, T.I. can never, ever, Lauren may have messed with him once or twice, whatever. T.I. may not even got nothing from her because she never really liked T.I. like that. But she may have messed around with him, may have kissed him, but T.I., he's the type to get attached. T.I. get attached. That's that Napoleon complex. T.I. gets attached. Same thing happened with him and Anna Montana. Same thing happened with him and Bernice. T.I. be getting attached. And especially with Anna Montana. She had to break it off with T.I.'s ass. She might even, don't quote me, she might even have an order of restraint against that dude. But that's why he got upset because that's why Kodak said that. That's why Kodak said that. And if you go back to the interviews where Kodak was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet because the only thing I'm saying is I'm just saying what you thinking. But you ain't got the ball to say. You're gonna be up in that girl DM. Remember he was about to put Ti on blast. And he was like, because we know ain't nobody trying to holler at that ugly thing you got. So I know you're gonna be up in her DM. And then man, he was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna say no more, because he's gonna expose Ti. Because Ti know good and damn well he was up in her DM trying to pull a big red. Oh Lord, Eleanor, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be alone. Maybe we could. He would have been right at that damn funeral talking about something. Lauren, I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, if you need anything, please let me know. Oh Lord, Lauren, oh Lord. You you shouldn't be alone tonight. Maybe we could. So that's exactly what he was gonna do. He probably was already in her DM. And the fact that Kodak put that out there, and Kodak ain't no dummy. He act like a dummy, but the fact that he put that out there shine that light on Ti. Somebody like Game Two, Game would be right there, because I look like him, so he wanted me to catch. He the type that to say he Game. Nip said he wanted me to take care of Lauren. Let's shut up. Them dudes don't have no loyalty. Jigga, no, I don't think she never messed with Jay. I don't think she ever messed with Jay. You know, but like I said, Lauren wasn't perfect, but did she love Nipsey? Yeah, I believe she loved Nipsey. I believe she did love Nipsey. But Kodak just put out there, oh, Lauren London, she gonna be single. She gonna be single. She the type you might have to wait it out for a year. You see what he said? You might have to wait it out for a year and just talk to her in DM for a year and let her cry for like a year. She could cry on my shoulder for about a year straight. Oh man. The dude is gone. Like people act like what's the time frame? Is there a time frame? Like if Lauren London started smashing somebody right now, what are you gonna say? Oh, she never loved Nipsey. No. What do you want Lauren London to do? Like never be with nobody again? Nipsey ain't coming. That dick ain't coming back. That Nipsey dick ain't coming back. So what? She's supposed to stay single the rest of her life and not have sex with nobody else? No, she's not at Diddy's. B. Daniels says she's still smashing Diddy. It ain't, karma. It ain't. Well, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot. I don't know everything. But I can tell you one thing for sure. That Nipsey cock ain't coming back. I can almost promise you that. Notice I still said almost. I can almost promise you that. That Nipsey cock is not coming back. So, what's she gonna do? She gotta wait a certain amount of time. What? It's been over a year. I know. I think it'll be a year in the summertime. Two things for sure. Diddy ain't gonna come out of the closet. You see, Diddy's not gonna come out of the closet because they don't consider that as gay. People have to realize we have to stop acting like Hollywood people and us live the same life. We don't live the same life. Well, for what we consider gay, and in the industry, that ain't considered gay. Just like how we say, oh, how they just all just pass around the same five chicks. They think that's normal. That's normal in the game. She just got out of a relationship with so and so. Now she's with so and so. Kylie just got out of a relationship with Tyga. Now she's in a full blown relationship with Travis Scott. That's normal to them. That's normal to them. That's just like how a normal, regular, smegular guy be like, how is Travis still friends with Drake when Travis was smashing Rihanna? Drake came and took Rihanna from him when he knows you were smashing him, and now they're best buddies. Like, how is that possible? Because they're not in the same world we in. They don't look at that as foul. The bisexual thing, they look as though, oh, I'm not gay. I just got this way because I need to sign that deal. I need to sign that deal. Just like the notion they look at it like on Fear Factor. For that money. You go up there with Fear Factor, you got a chance to win $75,000. You're gonna do something that you don't normally do on an everyday basis. So if you go out there for Fear Factor and they say, go eat buffalo balls, like they used to have that, and you knew like buffalo balls like that, but that's 75,000. You gonna sit right there, hold your nose, and eat them buffalo balls for that money. That don't mean you a buffalo balls eater. That's the way they look at it. That's the way they look at it. That's Hollywood. That's what they say. That ain't gay. That's Hollywood. Right. It's different when you got that much. So if people are doing that, look at what people do on social media, on reality TV. Look at how they play themselves. And you talk about a $2,500 check. Look at what people do on Fear Factor. The shit they used to do, lay in a bed of rats. Lay in a bed of rats. You think they go home and lay in a bed of rats? They probably got traumatized for life. The people that were laying in a bed of rats with the lights out. And that's for 75 G's, 50 G's. So can you imagine what people gonna do for 5 million? 10 million? Think about it. Think about it. That's the same thing with that's the same thing with that movie Indecent Proposal. That movie Indecent Proposal is a lot about Hollywood on the low key. And it's a lot about pretty much another way of selling your soul. Because in that movie, Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore, they pretty much sold their soul. They pretty much sacrificed their marriage for that check. Right? Was he out there letting another man sleep with his wife for $1,000? No. No. Man came up to you and be like, yo, I'll give you $500. Let me sleep with your wife. No. He would have cursed him out. He probably would have tried to beat the shit out of him. But the guy said $1 million. You think, and that's how the reason why I bring that movie up is because in Hollywood, that's how they talk to you. You see those guys in there naked? All you got to do is go in there with them for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Two men? Nah, man. Nah, B, I ain't gay, man. That's crazy. Like 30 minutes. You got a signing bonus of $10 million. 30 minutes. I mean, the 30 minutes is going to come and go. But that money can last your lifetime. Think about it. You're not going to give up 30 minutes of having sex with them for $10 million? 30 minutes is going to pass anyway. What's 30 minutes? And then they start getting in your head. And you start thinking, $10 million. And ain't nobody gonna know anyway. Ain't nobody in here that I know. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And I don't have to do it again. That don't mean that I'm gay. And that's in their head. That don't mean that I'm gay. Cause I'ma never do it again, that's for sure. But that's why they call money the root of all evil, because it makes you do things you would not normally do. And trust me, and Twizzle, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I can also see where other people would do it, because the way they make it seem to you like, oh, it's not that bad, right? Um, this can change your life. It can change your family's life. You're not gonna suck this man off. You can go get a new tongue for 10 million with $10 million. You can go disinfect your tongue. You'll be like you never go take some, go drink, do drugs. It'll be like it never happened, and you'll have $10 million in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? And there are some dudes, and I'm sure there's some people in this room. It's different when that money's in your face. It's different. Trust me, it's different. When you got mama need to go into a home and I ain't got no money, like, damn, this one needs my sister. I promised my mother, I promised my father I would take care, put my sister through college. The same thing as women that be out there, you know, escorting, stripping. A lot of times they're not stripping because they like stripping. A lot of times they're not stripping because they like stripping or escorting. Oh, you know what? I just like fucking random niggas every night. So I'm going to get into escorting. That's really not how it works most of the time. But, you know what I mean? No, I get, like I said, Twizzo, I get it. I get it. I agree with you. But I can also, because it's easy to say, did Jay sell his ass? I'm sure Jay gave up that ass to Leor and to some elites. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Too many people done said it. But Jay is gonna say it's never gonna happen again. So it happened that one time and maybe on tape, but I don't have to. I'm in a position where I don't have to do that anymore. So he don't care. He don't care. That's why they all go out and try to have mad babies with different women. They want to always make it seem they're women because they're trying to cover up what they're feeling. Even though they got the money for it, trust me, they feel like crap. That secret. That's what happened to Shakur Stewart, allegedly. He couldn't live with the fact he had already did it. He couldn't live with it. It was eating him up. He couldn't live with it. He had already did the act, allegedly with L.A. Reid or Diddy. I heard Diddy was involved with that, and he just couldn't live with it. He had a fiance at home, wherein if he followed all through the game or whatever, they were never gonna tell her. But he just couldn't live with himself. I let these men dig me out for a check. He couldn't live with himself. You know, your conscience is the one thing that can haunt you for the rest of your life. Right? They're trying to compensate for that deal. That's why. Oh, I'm not gay. Look at you, because they're feeling deep inside like I might be. What's the definition of being gay? Having sex with the same sex. I did that. I sucked 4 dudes' dicks. I fucked 4 dudes. Am I gay? And then that just started fucking with you. Even though you got the bread. So you got to do certain things to compensate to keep your mind off that. Well, there's the men that live with it. Jay-Z seemed to be doing a pretty good job. Diddy ain't start breaking down till now. He 50 years old. So Diddy is 50, and now he's only now showing signs of depression, regret, this, that, and the other. Took at 50 years old. Shit, took him long enough. uh, it's crazy. When the money's in your face, are you gonna keep that same energy? That's the thing. Drugs, you know what I mean? Diddy just now, they 50 years old. Diddy been doing this gay shit since he was what, 19? With allegedly with Andre Harrell and with oh boy, Clive Davis. He just now breaking down now. And that's what they do. They try to go out and cover the fact that they did that. So now I gotta convince myself. Let me go out, hit this one, hit that one, give that one a baby, give that one a baby, give that one a baby. Look at Eddie Murphy. How many babies Eddie Murphy got? How many kids he got? 10 kids by like 5 or 6 different women. Because he's trying to compensate all the rumors and everything. Now, if I got all these kids, there ain't no way I can be gay. I'm be gay with all these kids. I'll be gay with all these kids. It's because most of them aren't gay when they enter the game. And Eddie Murphy used to tell all them jokes about gay people and stuff like that. Those jokes were real talk. He wasn't in the game yet. He wasn't in the game yet. Once he got in the game, and then that stuff started happening, and he blew up. And then them rumors started coming. So, but there is a difference. Like, so that's why when people are like, oh, but he's low key gay. He's not. Diddy isn't gay. Like Diddy, to me, is not a dude who has always just liked dudes, and he would just date dudes and not women. That he don't come across like that to me. And from what I used to hear back in the day, that he had a baby mama really before he blew up. Him and Kim Porter was messing around. Diddy wasn't on then when him and Kim started messing around. If he was gay, he would have been messing with a dude back then. No girlfriend. Somebody. I always say, you're gay if you don't like women. If you are a person that is not in the entertainment business, and you like, if you're a man not in the entertainment business, and you like other men, that's gay. If you're a man not in the entertainment business, and you like men and women, that's bisexual. If you're in the entertainment business and you like the same sex, that's just Hollywood, baby. And I know how to separate it. I know how to separate it. So them, like I said, they're in their own world. They're a totally different world. So that's why I don't call people in Hollywood gay unless I know for a fact they were like that before they got into the game. Like Boy George. Like Boy George had been gay his whole life. Even before he was put on. Like if you look at all the old pictures of him before he became Boy George, he was gay back then. You know? Again, I said that's where I look at it. Because again, I've been in that realm. I don't look at them the same way. If you want to, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to. I'm not telling you not to. The only people that I say is gay are men that were like that before they got their record deal. Like Boy George. Boy George was already gay. It didn't take him getting signed to say, okay, so now I'm going to start getting into dudes. Because when Boy George got put on, they knew he was gay. So that's why his ritual, they made him have sex with women. They knew he didn't like women. But that's what they do to the gay dudes. Like this dude, Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen is gay. He was gay before he got put on Hollywood. When he got put on Hollywood and got that big deal, they made Andy Cohen do rituals with women. He's not attracted to women. That's my point. That's my point. That's disgusting to them. Oh man, I gotta have sex with women. I'm not wrong if I'm speaking from my opinion. I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. If you want to feel that way, you can feel that way. I'm speaking to you because their world is not our world. And again, if you want to feel that way, I'm not saying you're wrong. So how are you going to say that my perspective is wrong? Perspectives can't be wrong. If you want to think that way, that's fine. But I'm telling you, from being in that business 21 years, that's not how they think. And that's not how they look at it. And that's why I said he's not coming out. He's not thinking of that as coming out. Because he's saying all this time I've been having sex with women, so I'm not coming out. But Jada's always been bi. Will hasn't. Will went bi for that money. Will Smith hasn't always been bisexual. Jada's always been bisexual. That's just growing up. That's how Jada was. Tupac knew Jada from back in the day, and I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? I know that for a fact. Jada Pinkett, even before she got put on, was always like, oh, think about experiencing with women. You know? But I'm telling you, that's why they call it selling your soul. Because you're doing something that you normally would not do. You're having sex with men. If money wasn't involved, you would not be doing that. That's my point. You think that Diddy and Will Smith would be out here having sex with men if they weren't getting paid for it? Do you really think they'd be putting themselves through that? No, they're not gonna do that. But that's why it's called selling your soul. Yep. That's why it's called selling your soul. The same way how you're not a roach eater. Oh, word, you eat roaches? Man, I just did that for that money. So I seen you on TV. Oh, there go that dude that eat roaches. What? I seen you on that TV show eating roaches, yo. You eat roaches, my nigga. Like, you nasty. I just did that for that money, man. Did that for that 75. I got that 75,000 though. You know, so that's how they look at it. Correct. Of course, there's plenty of them in Hollywood. It's built on that. It's built on pedophilia. Hollywood's built on pedophilia. Of course there is. But that's just a whole nother shit. That's just demonic. That's just demonic shit. When you start talking about kids and babies and shit, that's demonic. There's something wrong with you. You know? People tend to do stuff for profit. People don't do stuff for profit. Let's just take Nicki Minaj's brother. All right? Nicki Minaj's brother is not a celebrity. He had no profit off of smashing that young girl or touching on that young girl. He's a regular person. He ain't got no profit from it. He is a pedophile. Period. If we seen him with another dude, I'm not gonna say, oh no, that's just Hollywood, because he's not in Hollywood. He's not in Hollywood. His sister is. He isn't. So he got to play by the same rules we play by. And wherein, as I've always said, I wouldn't do it either way. I had chances to still be in the industry. I wouldn't do it either way. But I see why people do it. Because I've been on the side of that negotiating table. I see how they mind screw them. I see how they manipulate them. I see how they put them under hypnosis. Influence them with drugs. Influence them with alcohol. Why you think I don't drink? I don't drink or smoke. I mean, I drink. But I drink socially. Why do you think I've never tried a drug in my life? Because they have certain drugs that they create to put you in that horn. That's how ecstasy in these pills come about. You see? This is how ecstasy in these pills come about. So if you are on under the influence of ecstasy, just like now they make ecstasy extra and ecstasy same. See, I don't know if y'all know that or not. Now there's ecstasy pills to make you get attracted to the same sex. Ecstasy same. Ecstasy extra. These are these pills now that are out. So now if somebody slips you an ecstasy extra or an ecstasy same and you end up having sex with a man, are you gay? And you come to and be like, what the fuck happened? If you weren't taking ecstasy same, that never would have happened. So or is he gay now because he had sex with a man? See, that's my point. I've never done drugs in my life. Not even weed. I've being in that entertainment world. I'm like, nope. I done seen too much weed get laced with shit. I'm so paranoid of smoking something that's laced with fucking angel dust and PCP and ecstasy and all this other crap. Nah, never. Whatever decisions I make, I want to make with a clear head. I want to make with a clear head. Everything is going genderless now, so you knew that was coming because the ecstasy just usually just make you horny for a person of the opposite sex or what you like. A gay person, yeah, they'll be horny for a man or woman, but now they making these pills so you can flip people that would not normally go for the same sex. But because of what's in this pill, it makes you hallucinate. It makes you hallucinate. So now you might be looking at a dude and he may be looking like a woman. I don't know what's in the pills, but they're making them. If you ask anybody in the ecstasy, they'll be able to tell you. Anybody that's in the ecstasy, heavy, they'll be able to tell you. That they're saying, well, you know what? We can't flip people, so let's make this drug here. Then it came up with something to make you like the same sex. You know? And it's all mentality too. If you know or if you're convinced that this pill right here is ecstasy sane, right? If you're convinced this is ecstasy sane and this other pill here is regular ecstasy, they do all these different weird things with it that you may just be taking a regular ecstasy, but because it's all in your mindset that that's ecstasy same, you're gonna take it and then you're going to be attracted to the same sex just because you know it took that pill. That's mind fuck shit. That's mentality shit. It's kind of like Red Bulls and you know Red Bulls and it's like caffeine and non-caffeine coffee, right? It's like decaffeinated coffee and regular coffee. Now, if you if you drink coffee every day, right? If you drink coffee every day and caffeine, you know that caffeine wakes you up. And you go into this coffee and I went to the back and I removed the regular coffee and filled it up with decaf. But didn't let you know it was decaf. and you're used to drinking coffee every day, and you put the coffee in the cup, and then you go and put your little dressing in it, the milk, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 and you go back to your car, and you go back to your job, and you're sipping on it, you're going to continue to act like you're waking up. Because that's what you're used to. That's what you're used to. You're not going to be like, I'm not waking up. This is decaffeinated. No, you're not. You're never going to think that. You're never going to think that. What's up, Tootie? You missed a lot. You're never going to think that. You're going to sit there thinking that you're drinking uh, regular coffee, and you're going to be acting all alert and everything, and you're not even going to be drinking caffeine. That's what's about with the mind. Me and Jimmy A's had a conversation off the record the other day, and I told him a story about my brother, right? I told him a story about my brother who's asthmatic, and his security blanket is his medication. So his medication is his security blanket, his asthma medicine. So now he can go weeks and weeks and weeks, right? He can go weeks and weeks. Yeah, I'm going to save it. He can go weeks and weeks and weeks without having an attack. Got his asthma medicine, right? Let him forget his medicine or run out. He's perfectly fine. But he come down and be like, damn, I forgot my medicine at home. Oh, it's all right. You ain't sick. You've been doing fine. Perfect health. You ain't sick. But just knowing in his head that he don't have his medicine, he's going to get sick. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get sick. Because you keep it in your head like, damn, I ain't got my medicine. If I get sick, I'm going to be fucked. That's the mind, bro. And then you're going to trick yourself into thinking you're sick. I knew I was going to get sick. Now I ain't got my medicine. Not even sick. You wasn't sick when you realized you had it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do in Hollywood. They get you to the point where they get you on drugs, get you on, well, you have to have this certain type of drug. You have to have lean. You have to have meth. You have to have the. They get you to that point for a reason because they want you feel as though you have to depend on that. What's up, Robin? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how we got to that point. We started with Lauren. We talked about Oprah and her BS. What else y'all got that we can go over before we get out of here? We talked about Oprah. We talked about Lauren London. We talked about Drake and Nicki. We talked about um. I saw something. Somebody wanted me to touch on Lady Gaga because I think G put up a post today about Lady Gaga, and people want to say, "Oh, can you break this down?" I don't really understand it. Um, City Girls, okay. Well, those, as you all know, in Hollywood, the Masonic checkerboards are a symbolism of you in the stages of masonry. That's why it's all in a lot of people's homes. It's in their cabinets because you have to remember a lot of times the elites or whatever set up these big homes, all these big expensive homes that people are buying, these mansions. Have you ever noticed that all of them got almost like the same thing? Now, how is that possible? Somewhere in there, it's going to be a checkerboard. If it's on the wallpaper, if it's inside the cabinets, if it's the floor underneath their piano, a doormat. Most of the time, they tell them, well, somewhere in your home, you're going to have to pay homage. So this is masonry, this is Masonic. We need to know that you're still down somewhere in this house. Somewhere in this house. That's why you see the Kardashians. They got every last one of them got a checkerboard somewhere in their home. Was that coincidence? They all got them. They all got them. Or you gotta take these photo shoot and you gotta wear a checkerboard. You have to wear the black and white, like the city girls just did. They had to wear the black and white. That means they thinking about it. If you seen them short with that, that means they think about it. That means people came to them and said, we might be able to prolong what you got going on. But you got to take this trip out to Dubai. You got to visit this person, that person. Lady Gaga, I was reading up on it. I don't really know exactly what happened with her in the middle of where she was going, but I know she was making told loads and loads of money faster than any other person ever in the history of music. Lady Gaga was bringing in close to $1 billion for these companies and for these record label, especially for her record label. That's why she said, I gotta slow down. Like I cannot continue to be this money train and I'm not reaping the same benefits from it. I'm just getting worn down. She has an interview out there where she says that. I'm just getting worn down and I can't continue to do this. Somewhere or another, maybe she told them I'm gonna stop doing this, or maybe she told them I can't continue to do this. I don't know what happened, but somewhere along she pissed them off, and next thing you know, she was doing rituals with Robert Kelly. And no matter what people complained about, she was right out there, damn near having sex with R. Kelly on stage. And behind closed doors, she was saying she didn't even like R. Kelly, but she was out there doing it because that's what they wanted her to do. And then she rebelled for a while, has stopped doing music. She stopped dressing like that. She started dressing regular, wearing a regular hair, just out of nowhere. After all that was working, stopped doing the man thing, stopped dressing up like the man. She stopped all the shenanigans and all the extra personas because she was starting to break through. Like, nah, this ain't how it's supposed to be. And that's when they kind of deaded her. Then her album came out, all in fans she got. They pulled what they did on Britney. Her album came out, she's like, wait a minute, this album only did that? All the fans I got? All the fans I got. And you're gonna tell me all I sold was 500,000 of this Fame album, or not the Fame, the one after Fame? I only went gold after going triple and quadruple platinum before. Whew. All right. Okay, guys. Wow, that was weird. That was weird. So let's yeah, you right. You right, Natasha. You're right. I already have one, but I'm gonna set up a Instagram live for one. Instagram live podcast. Let me end this so I can still save it, and we'll figure this out together tomorrow as far as the podcast go. I want to thank y'all for sticking there in there with me. That's crazy. That never happened to me before. When I started getting ready to spill some Lady Gaga secrets about what they did to her in Hollywood, and all of a sudden it just went black. That's crazy. I have to put it on the blog, I guess. Peace.